Hey, what's going on? Oh, my bad. Hey, what's going on? It's Ronald Jefferson. We'll cover a manosphere topic. UAE struggles with new rule to get women on company boards. It sounds like a righteous idea, don't it? But if you're in the manosphere with us and Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit, Aber and Preach, you will know that the most unhappiest demographic of people in America. I know this is, I believe, the United Arab Emirates, but let's talk about America for a minute. The most unhappiest group, the most depressed group in America are single women over 40. And you know what? They're talking about in the next 20 years, 50% of women are going to be single. It's not going to be in the next 20 years. It's already happening. Feminism started in around 1919, 1920. A lot of people don't know that. They don't do research. They regurgitate talking points, but, I'm a sociology major. I have to actually take these classes and learn these stats for real. Yeah, feminism started in like the 1920s. It's been around then that women's mindset on marriage and their role in the society changed. Let me tell you personally, this is anecdotal, but my great grandmother, she was alive 20 some years of my life. My grandmother was alive 20 some years of my life. I never seen them with a man, and they both died by themselves. My mom was with my stepdad for 11 years. They divorced. She died by herself, never got another man. And she divorced him at like 40 something. Never got another man. I understand what they're trying to do. It seems righteous, but I think they're trying to play women, but we'll get into it. There's a cultural mindset discouraging women from jobs that keep them at work, that keep them at work late and have them work with men. Getting more women on corporate boards in the United Arab Emirates was never going to be easy, and the numbers after a new rule went into effect to boost their presence bears that out. Since the country announced on March 15th that listed companies should have at least one female board member, only 4 of the 23 people added to such roles at firms on the UAE's 2 major stock exchanges have been women, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. That barely moves the needle in a country where about 96% of such positions are held by men. Sexism is, I never been to the Middle East. I just know what I heard. And I heard that sexism is pretty big over there. But I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think women should be pursuing success in the bag and stuff like that. I watch a lot of Kevin Samuels. Unlike a lot of people, I don't just watch clips. I watch 3 hour whole lot, 2-3 hour lives that he do. And a lot of women out here, man, they hot girls summer through their 20s, and they think 5 years before geriatric pregnancy they can start a family. Well, if you get a man at 30, if you like any man like me, I don't care how you feel, I'm not proposing to you within 6 months to a year, and I barely know you. I'm 40 years old. I would never propose to a woman that quick, ever. You don't even know them. And I don't believe in just moving in with a person right off rip either to get to know them. Like, no, we need to be separate, date, get to know each other. And if we like each other after a while, after about a year or 2 of dating, then we can move in. And then after about 6 months, a year of that, then we can talk about getting married. So all y'all hot girls out there talking about I'm gonna wait till 30. I'm pursuing the bag right now. I'm doing great in school. The career I chose with a bachelor's will give me about 50, 60 a year. I'm going for my master's. I can get to up to 130,000 in Michigan alone. And I don't even plan on staying on the plantation that long. I just need some working income. It's very hard to get that when you're poor. But once I get to the bag, a 35-year-old woman is out the question, bro. Straight up, a 35-year-old woman is out the question, bro. And I'm 37. A lot of girls on my Facebook are my age, man, and they all single. They all single. They post pictures of themselves and their kids. And I know they probably all having sex, but get a man to put a ring on it. While you girls out there having kids willy-nilly, see if he will commit his resources and he will commit to die for you. That's the man you give a kid to. A kid is the most highest thing you can give a woman. I mean, a man. That's the most highest thing you can give a man. Since the country announced on March, I read that already. For Fatima Hussein, the only female on the board of Dubai-based logistics group Aramex PJSC, the sluggish progress is evidence of a cultural mindset that keeps women from such roles. Women, especially from conservative backgrounds, shun posts that may require staying out late or interacting with male colleagues, said the UAE national, who's also the chief human capital officer at TCOM Group, a unit of sovereign investment vehicle Dubai holding. Yeah, women and men shouldn't be interacting like that. The Muslims are right. You shouldn't be interacting like that because there's a low level of sexual energy between men and women who aren't related, bro. Depending on how they look. If you're an average looking dude and an average looking female, that's gonna be a low level sexual thing between you two. That's why I'm not in a relationship, but once I get in a relationship, I just won't have female friends. And I know some of y'all talk about, oh, I can do that, but then there's a famous person I'm thinking of right now. Talks about, I ain't gonna say his name, but he has like a lot of sister girls, but he cheated on his girlfriend for like the first 15 years of the relationship. I'm like, this is why I've never cheated on a girlfriend, but I also don't have female friends. I don't have them. I interview a lot of people, and sometimes the female candidate has to ask permission from her parents to take on an offer because there are many males, said Hussein, who joined Aramex's board after the post was advertised in the local newspaper. See, in the black community, we don't have our parents to go to. Our daddies were on crack, or just now getting out of prison, or just now off crack. Our moms are overbearing and mean, a lot of us. That's why the dudes be so hyper masculine and so aggressive, because they were around aggressive women. Hyper masculine with the strength. They are very emotional with the strength of a man. Hypersexual too, and they are not only these beta males. They are very hypersexual. They have sex with a lot of women, but they'll also beat them up. The social context poses an uphill battle for gender equality, even as an Emirati woman make up 70% of all university graduates, while women constitute around 2/3 of the public sector workers. Only 30% are in leadership positions, according to data from the UAE's Gender Balance Council. A report by JP Morgan Chase & Co. last year showed no clean data for the UAE's female employment, but estimated that their workforce participation fares poorly even when compared with neighbors like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar. And let's talk about, these female graduates. You got to ask yourself, these females going to humanities, they go to be teachers and social workers and psychiatrists, bro. Other than psychiatry, them other two don't pay nothing. I used to want to be a teacher, so I found out how much they got paid. I used to want to be a social worker. I'm not getting a master's degree to make 40, 50 grand a year. My brother makes 100 grand with a bachelor's in computer science. 100 grand at PayPal. What are these women getting? You can't I don't care if you got a degree, poetry, education, and physical education. Those are lucrative careers to get into. So anybody getting a degree in that, don't complain when you're getting pennies for a degree that the world, we don't need that. We don't need a poetry. I mean, they say 70% of the women are all graduates. Are they getting into STEM? Because that's a big thing. In America, 90% of STEM is male. The most lucrative field in America, the future, is male. And then some women, they steer us that way. Bro, y'all are not the women of the 30s and the 40s, bro. Yeah, they steered the women to the home. You women born in like 1970 after, stop it. You're not steered anyway. Y'all in the same classes I took through high school and college. Y'all in the same classes I'm in. You can do whatever you want. You can become an engineer. You can become a scientist. You can get into math. You can do that. There's nothing holding you back from that. So why they saying 70% of all of the graduates are women, what are they getting degrees in? Poetry? Education? Social work? They tried to get me to switch my, some people tried to get me to switch my my degree from sociology to social work. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. You think you know, you know, but sociology is not, and social work are two different things. And sociology is way more lucrative than social work. I advise anybody going to college, look up how much the job you won't make before you do. I'm very lucky both colleges I went to made you do that before you even start the school. You have to look up how much that degree makes. And I'm been going for 10 minutes. I'm going to stop there. This is AlJazeera.com. It's a pretty good article. You know, I respect Islam in a lot of ways, even though I'm a Christian, bro. I love a lot of things about Islam, bro. I really do. Some of my favorite people are Muslims too. But it's like, don't fall out the ways of America. America is on its way. If there were no Christians in America, you could best believe that fire would have came down from heaven, from God on these people, on these heathens here. So my Muslim sisters, you are doing the right thing. Women, by God, by Allah, I'm going to call them that. I believe in Jesus, but we talking about Muslims right now. Allah made y'all to be nurturers and want a family. He ain't make y'all to want to be conquerors and want to be successful. That's a man. And men and women are different. Don't be like these Americans over here. These Americans, they died by themselves. I just told you. My mom, my grandmama, and great-grandma all died by themselves. I know women by themselves right now. They're going to end up dying by themselves. My Muslim sisters, do not listen to these Americans. They don't know what they're doing. They're on the highway to hell. That's all I got to say. Like, share, subscribe. This is Ronald Jefferson. I'm out.